Hey guys, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. A shout out to drone enthusiasts everywhere, and as always a shout out to Sean Matthews and all my friends over at the Drone Seekers. So on the heels of the news that we're going to get a Hubsan Zino Pro model with an improved camera processor, improved range, an improved controller, and the ability to have some lens filters on the camera lens, I thought it was time to take this guy for a flight. Hadn't flown it for a while. They did do an update to the app. I looked through the app and I couldn't really see anything that changed, but surely something has in there. But anyway, let's just take this guy up in the air. I'm out at Lucky Peak Reservoir. Let's take it up in the air. You know, there's been some really entertaining back and forth online about the range of the Zino. I don't think I have ever got mine out to a kilometer. I think I've gone like 980 meters, something like that. So let's see if we can get this guy out over one click. We're in an area where there should be no Wi-Fi interference. I just took the FEMI X8 out over the lake, almost 2 miles, over 10,000 feet. So let's see if this guy can get out 1 kilometer and come back. And then if we have any battery left, we'll mess around and see if we can get some scenic shots of the lake. But anyway, let me get everything put together and let's get this guy in the air. Okay, so I've got the Hubsan X app fired up. We're going to enter device. Give it just a second here to connect. Weak GPS signal, so we'll let it get some satellites. Yeah, it's funny, you know, I had problems acquiring satellites with the FEMI too. It's kind of interesting. Usually out here, I mean, I've never had a problem acquiring satellites, but both drones. So clearly there's something going on. We got 6 satellites now. As soon as we get all the satellites we need, we're up to 8 now. We'll bind the device. You have to bind the GPS, and that really is only for some of the intelligent flight modes to work. Yeah, so it's telling me ready to fly at 8 satellites. So let's go ahead and go in here and GPS accuracy. We're going to do that right now. So we're starting the test. Good GPS accuracy. So let's also, and boy, my screen is dim on my iPhone, so we are going to check our white balance. We've got that set on sunny day. It was pretty cloudy earlier, but it's pretty sunny out now. Let's see, we also, we're leaving all of that normal. Let's turn grid lines on. I always like grid lines. Let's format our SD card just for the fun of it. Wow, we've weak GPS signal. Now it said 10 satellites and it went to weak. That's kind of weird. Pass. So I guess whatever we did with the SD card is fine. So I'm switching it over to video. Let's check again. We want to make sure we are in 4K. 30 frames. Frame rate 30 frames. Yep. So we're 4K 30 frames per second. Let's go ahead and start recording. And now it's wanting me to bind the aircraft again, so let's try that. I thought I'd done that. Yeah, boy, when I have this thing in the sunshine, it is tough to see. So we started recording, and yeah, probably nothing left to do here. I'm going to get out of the way of the camera, and we'll hit takeoff. Nice smooth takeoff there. We'll yaw around here. It's sinking a little bit on the yaw. Not too bad though. But we got a little bit of a wind came up. Well, it's typical. As soon as we took off, here came a breeze, and it sunk a little bit. But let's go up and back. I'm going to go up first, and then back. Drop the gimbal down here a little bit. So let's go ahead and get some altitude. Boy, I need to get in the shade here a little bit. Yeah, so I'm in the shade of my car so I can see this thing. We are going to point out towards the end of the lake. Yeah, we're at about 325 feet, so let's kind of aim roughly out there, and we are going to go full stick forward. Let me adjust that yaw just a little bit to the right. There we go. And you know, top speed on this guy, and we're kind of going into the wind. It's doing about 18 miles an hour. I was reading, you know, as we got the news that new Zino Pro is coming out, I was reading a bunch of the original specifications, and on the Hubsan US website, not the global Hubsan website, but the US website, they were advertising the top speed as like 37 miles an hour or something like that. I laughed. That's about double what it will actually do. I'm going to pick up the camera just a little bit here. Let's get some more sky in this picture. Man, I can tell you it really looks good on FPV. I'm going to tell you that much. And we're out a couple thousand feet here. So 1 kilometer, that's about 3,800 feet, something like that, I think. I thought I had this one set to metric, but evidently I'm sure when I was doing some speed testing, I changed it over to imperial, and evidently did not change it back. Yeah, aircraft disconnected. Let me make sure that I'm out in the open. Yeah, it's already looking back at us and in return mode. Yeah, so then it went into GPS mode. Okay, so we made it about 3,200 feet. Yeah, aircraft disconnected again. I mean, and it's, let me tell you, I am direct line of sight. You can see me out there on the point, so yeah, connected. GPS hold. I'm going to turn it around if I can. It's not letting me. Or if it's letting me, I can't see it on FPV. Yeah, aircraft disconnected. There, see there? As soon as I got FPV back, you could see that it did. Yeah, it gave me a little bit back. So yeah, so then it's trying to return mode. So yeah, it wants to come home. Yeah, it's coming back. So I don't know. It's still out there about 3,000 feet. I don't know why. You know, in return mode, typically it would be closer. So am I just not getting the? You know, it's fading in and out here. And what I'm concerned a little bit now, yeah, so it is coming back 2,600 feet. So GPS hold. So so we are going to I'm going to bring it back closer. We're going to hit return to home. And it's coming back. We'll get it back here, and I'm going to switch into metric. See if I can go into settings and switch it into metric. In fact, let's just see if we can do that now when it's in RTH. So I think, yeah, parameter metric. So there we are, we're in metric. So I'm going to stop return to home. And we are going to turn around and head back out. So again, my goal is to get out 1 kilometer. I've never gotten this. I know other people have gone a little bit over, but I've gotten out to like 980 meters. And by the way, I've done that in kind of an urban environment too. So I'm going to raise the height here. 120 meters is yeah, that's a little bit higher than legal. About 123 is 400 feet. So we're at the max legal height, and I'm going to go full stick forward again. And let's see how far we can get. And I am pointed directly at the drone with the controller, so shouldn't be an issue. We're at 53% battery, so hopefully we can't linger too much longer here. 700 meters, and we've got good good signal right now. 850 meters, 900 meters. Come on, baby, you can do it. Oh, look at that. 918. Yeah, I'm losing. I disconnected. So a little over 900 meters, and we disconnected. So if we can get a connection here, I'm going to hit return to home. Yeah, so I've got it in return mode. My concern is with, you know, we were close enough on battery that I don't want it to, I want it to be on its way back here. And it's still showing in return mode. So look at that, it's showing right now a distance of 995 meters. So I wonder if I made it that kilometer, but look at that. That's kind of interesting. So was that 890? Yeah, it must have been 895. I evidently, maybe I can't see, but yeah, I don't know. We'll look at it when we get the screen recording back. So 44% battery, so we did okay. I was a little concerned. I didn't want it, you know, that far out and that low on battery. So I'm going to drop some altitude. In fact, I'm going to stop it right there, and we're going to drop altitude down. Raise the gimbal up just a little. Sorry about that, guys. More of that unintended yaw. Okay, that's about right. So I'm going to try that orbit mode that I tried to do with the FIMI X8 that I kind of messed up on, and we're going to do the transmitter as the point of interest, which is really cool, really easy to do. Execute immediately. Failed to turn on orbit mode. Now I'm trying to remember, there's something to, oh yeah, within, yeah, if you're going to use the controller, it has to be within 100 meters. That's right, I forgot about that. So let's go back and let's yeah, so let's set the aircraft's current location. Oh yeah, so we got to come all the way in, guys. So we're going to cancel out. We are going to come in. Well, let's just come in closer than 100 meters. Which kind of bums me out. I wanted to be out further than that. I don't think we have enough battery now to... Okay, now we're under 100 meters. I'm going to back it up just a little. And we're going to drop some altitude. Oh, that was too much. Okay, right there. Let's pick up the camera just a little, and let's try that one more time. I don't want to drop too much altitude, but I kind of want you guys to kind of see the territory here. So let's try that again. We're going to do orbit mode. We're going to do transmitter's point of interest. Execute immediately. And we want it to move pretty good. And it's going. And I can see the bird up there. Yeah, I wish I could get, so I'm right at that 100 meter limit. I wish I could get it out a little bit further. But yeah, so you know, you can see Lucky Peak is kind of full. You had a kind of view of the dam there for a second. In order to fly here, I think I've talked about this before, I have to get a permit from the Army Corps of Engineers, which I've done. You know, in addition to complying with all the FAA stuff that you have to do. So yeah, let's just let this guy go. I've got eyes on the drone, so there is a hill behind us, but I think oh yeah, it's returning to home. It went into return mode when it got down to probably 25% battery, so it went into emergency return on its own. Okay, so I'm going to drop the camera here so you can see where it lands. Let's drop the gimbal down. Yeah, we may have to, I'm thinking we might have to yeah, it's a little too far off here. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. No, it's closer than I thought. I thought I was going to have to cancel. But look at this. Put the gimbal back up. Guys, so yeah, you saw that on screen. So I was looking at it on the FPV and I thought, man, that thing's going to land in the bushes out here. But no, it got pretty close. So there again, you know, I had recording on. So with the Zino, you can't do precision landing with recording on. So I'm going to turn that off while we're talking about it here. So I saved that file. We're at 22% battery. How long did we fly there? I'm not sure. I'll have to look. We'll be able to look at the how long the video was to kind of see how long we flew to get it down to 22% battery. But that was successful. So we made a couple of tries at a kilometer. We didn't quite make it, but there again with this little guy, that's good enough for me. The new SE is going to take us out a little bit more. In fact, let me pick up the drone here and shut it down. All right, so as I was saying, this thing just remains one of my favorite drones. I mean, it's just no, it's not fast. No, it doesn't have gigantic range. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt to do the updates on. Yeah, I mean, there's almost nothing that other drones don't do better, but this guy's just fun to fly. I always just get a big charge out every time I take it up to see what I can do with it. What it does well. Top speed of about 18 miles an hour, and we made it out there quite a ways, you know, about you know, almost a kilometer. That's pretty good. Well, let's see, that new one is supposed to go 4 kilometers. Now what they've changed, I have no idea. The other difference that we'll see on that new one is an improved camera. It has the Ambarella 12S chip. The specs for this one just say the Ambarella 12. So supposedly the 12S has some improvements on it. So we'll look forward to, the video is pretty good, so we'll look forward to even better video with the Zino Pro. The new one, like I said, will have additional range. It'll also be able to put filters on the lenses. Oh, what am I? Oh, they said that the controller, they said that they would improve the controller, which is good because, you know, the one that comes with this is kind of a toy grade controller. You know, for what it is, I think it works okay, but yeah, you can always improve. So so looking forward to that, and trust me, the minute they make those available, I'll be ordering one and we'll be doing some flights with it. But in the meantime, this little guy, we looked at the app. I could see no changes in the app. If you guys know of something that got improved or got changed, let me know in the comments. I didn't see anything, but I didn't go through every single menu either. So, gosh, I guess that's about it. Can you tell I had fun? Fun little drone. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, subscribe to my channel. That'd be great. And most of all, I I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And hey, we'll see you on the next one. Yeah, I'm just imagining what it's going to look like when it says Hubsan Zino Pro on there. Boy, will that be cool or what? Yeah, Zino Pro.